Okay. Are we live? We are live. Late start? Yeah. I wish I could have started sooner. But there was the state hockey tournament to watch. And my hometown boys, they lost. They lost in the quarterfinals. That was unfortunate. But that's okay. We back on fruits. Been a couple weeks since we last played this. But our goal tonight, we get into Sachi's route tonight. Because we left off not long after turning down Amane's route. I had y'all vote on that. And you all were like, nah, don't do Amane first. Yep, I love how the title almost consistently lags a day behind what my last stream was. Like, Discord, why do you do this? I don't know, when it rips that information for embeds. But yeah, when you're like editing a stream title and stuff before you actually go live, like, bro. Yeah. Yeah, on a different note, a couple things happened since my last stream. Not, anything super relevant to me, but some other things. I found out, what was this, yesterday? Yeah, that Rooster Teeth is shutting down after 2 decades. And it's like, on one hand, I'm kind of sad to see it, because I grew up with Rooster Teeth. But, on the other hand, Rooster Teeth, really hasn't been the same since, the mid-2010s. Like, the golden age of Rooster Teeth was the mid-2010s. And that's what I watched. That's what I watched them. Oh my god, so much great stuff from Rooster Teeth around that time. The fucking Let's Play series, the fucking ongoing Let's Play Minecraft series that went on for hundreds of episodes. Stuff like Play Pals, Rage Quit, then all their achievement stuff. So many memories with Rooster Teeth, man. Yep, and Ruby, of course. I never finished Ruby. I think I only got through Volume 6, I want to say. It was the last one that, they uploaded to their YouTube channel before, they made their own, exclusive app or whatever and moved them all to there. Basically Game Grumps, just with more people. And, Chase, your Beats headphones straight up shamed your track, Hypernova, was so poorly mixed through them. That is unfortunate. So yeah, to hear that they're shutting down, after all this time, it's like, it kind of just feels like a piece of my childhood is gone. Yeah, I saw you guys talking about that in the development channel, Caleb. That's awesome. It's like me with Akira Toriyama. Yeah. Yeah, if I can find a way to watch it, I still want to finish Ruby. Even though, I've heard less than pleasant things about the volumes after Volume 3. Like, that's when people started to get more critical towards the show. Yeah, I saw you announce that. And that's the other thing I was going to bring up. Just sad day for animation and anime. I'm sure I'll hear about it from my coworker that really loves Dragon Ball that works over in Produce. If he's there tomorrow, I'm sure I'll hear about it from him. But yeah, I share your sentiment, Caleb. Rest in peace to an absolute legend. all they said was rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah, what do you guys was talking about that on stream the other night? No, not Fortnite Ninja. Our Ninja. Our Ninja. I've played some of his mods before. Yeah. I remember one of you guys, I think it was Imprudent the other night, talking about that on stream with me. It was either you or Imprudent, or both of you guys, I don't know. Yeah, well, it looks nice. Yeah. Yeah, dude, if, like, the actual fucking ninja was a part of my server, somehow I think more people would know about it. Circling back around to Ruby, Imprudent just said in video sharing, I heard the most recent volume, Volume 9, was completely non-canon and filler. Really? Yep, I thought before Rooster Teeth closed, I thought they had plans to make like 12 volumes or something. I don't remember what the plan was there. But yeah, I think people got more critical of the show as it went on. At least, the viewers that were more critical of the show. From what I remember watching, though, it was pretty fun to watch. So, like, there may be some nitpicks, sure, but it was fun to watch. But kind of like with World of Dreams Act 2 from Monday, I want to find out if it stays that way, or if the writing just goes completely off the rails to the point where it's absolutely nonsensical. Because that's what World of Dreams Act 2 devolved into. If you guys weren't there for that stream. Holy shit, that was so dumb. That mod was supreme levels of stupidity. Like, for fucking real, man. I could not get over that. Yeah, on a different note, you also might have noticed there wasn't Undertale Yellow stream last night. Let's just say the reason there wasn't. There's a reason I usually tend to stay away from my AI stuff, because when I start fucking around with my AI stuff, it is next to... it is hard to pry me away from it. And how's it going, Sarah? I got a little caught up in my AI addiction on Wednesday. Feel like I haven't seen you for a bit, Sarah. How have you been? That's right, we had to go to page 2 last time. And that's because we're in double-digit territory for this series now. We're on 10 episodes. Yeah, we finally reached the point where, in order to continue, I have to go past page 1. And it's alright if you can't catch the streams when they're live. You know this. They'll always be around, to watch after the fact. As long as the channel's still kicking, they'll always be around if you want to catch up with what happens after the fact. Volumes 1 to 3 are... Oh, here's Onyx with his take on Ruby. Volumes 1 to 3 are good. 4 to 5 are kind of meh. 6 to 8 are good, and I haven't watched Volume 9. Like I said, the last one I watched, I think, was Volume 6? And Volume 6, I think, was the last one that was made available on YouTube after, it was done being the current volume. Because that's how I watched it. I didn't want to bother going to their website, just to watch it on their inferior video player. It's like, bro, fuck that. I'll just wait till you guys put it up on the, up on the channel after it's no longer current. So I can watch it in a much better video player. So I can put it on my TV. Never actually watched it. I'd say, like, writing-wise, the earlier volumes are definitely the best. That seems to be the sentiment in the community, at least. Based on videos, I've seen kind of critiquing different aspects of the show. If you want to get a good idea of the kinds of stuff people were critical about with Ruby, Vexed Viewer is a channel I'd recommend. Then I moved to totally legal sites. Yep. Just not a fan of stuff that drags on. Oh, I definitely understand that. Yep. As much as I like to keep an ongoing series going, at some point they have to end, Just there comes a time where, every story has to come to its end. That's just something I wish Black Ops Zombies would have understood after BO3. Like, that storyline with the Primus crew, it should have ended with BO3. It should not have continued into BO4. That was a mistake, in my opinion. That was just a mistake. Or Assassin's Creed. Yeah, dude, like, how many Assassin's Creed games are we at now? Speaking of series I've never played, I've never actually played an Assassin's Creed game. Anyway. Without ready here. Let's get started, shall we? Too fucking many. Alright. As much as I like the opening theme, right. Where did we leave off? July 15th. Excuse me. So... yeah. So literally, we ended the episode right after turning down the opening to Amane's route. Like, we made that decision. Oh, I'm sure they were. Like, Assassin's Creed got big. with those first 2 or 3 games. The new game was practically the most disappointing title in the series. I see. Yeah, I never really kept track of the Assassin's Creed games. Like, I don't know, just it was never my kind of game, I guess. I never gave it a try, to be fair, so kind of feels wrong to say that it's not my kind of game when I haven't even played it. Tried hard to appeal to nostalgia, to the older games, but never got the point of what made them appealing to start with. Ezio 3 and 4 are good, the rest are meh. Yep. Speaking of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, it is astounding that, you know, with the template of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag as, like, their template for Skull and Bones, they still fucked it up somehow. Like, can we just acknowledge that? That is just comical to me. That on much more powerful hardware, you know, and all this time, you know, over the years, you know, all the twists and turns that development cycle went through over the years, you know, clearly took its toll. Because holy shit, what a disaster of a game that turned out to be. Good lord. I love watching these AAA live services just crash and burn. I have gotten so much free entertainment out of just watching those games crash and burn over the years, rather than playing them. Simply skip any character development. That's not good for your story. That's not good. That's not good, man. So I return to the first floor after my bath. I spot Sachi walking towards the front door. She's in full maid uniform, but her hands are empty. Somehow, this feels vaguely unsatisfactory. Probably proof that I've gotten accustomed to the way things work around here. Assassin's Creed 2 had most of the time making Ezio slowly learn about what it means to be an assassin and the meaning behind it. Yeah, I mean, that's why they call it Assassin's Creed. You know? Yo, Sachi. I guess that's where the title of this in-game day came from. Extreme typos. Are you trying to do English, or are you just having a hard time with G's right now, Sachi? Sorry, my bad. She's speaking like how I do sometimes. You okay, Sachi? You know how I say strong? You know, strong sometimes is a joke? She's doing that with every word that ends with a G. Is something wrong? Good evening? Sachi, are you okay? Well, this is one thing I'm not sure I'll ever get used to. Sachi's ability to do absolutely bizarre things while keeping that "this is perfectly normal, why do you ask?" expression on her face is really something else. It really is. It really is, Yuji. Yeah, anything dubious like this, no doubt Makina's behind it. That sounds pretty on point to me, but let's find out. So, just curious, but is talking like a dyslexic with a Russian accent some sort of fad these days? Or is this maybe some sort of code? Neither, I believe. I can't even do that one. I don't even know at that point. Which would leave... God damn it. Look who called it. My man. God damn it. What did you do, Makina? What did you do this time? Just as a new theory begins to take shape in my head, Makina pops out from between Sachi's legs. Okay, where did you come from? Do I even want to know anything more than that, Makina? Since when were you a bloodthirsty boxer? As I look on in silent bemusement, Makina pulls Sachi's skirt back and forth, noisily rustling the fabric. You gotta say something? Sachi's calm toleration of this action reflects her trust in Makina. Or at least, I want to believe it does. I don't know if she looks comfortable with it, honestly. Alright, so why is Sachi talking in that bizarre way? So that's the reason for the name of this chapter. Elaborate on this game, Makina. What is Extreme Typo? Extreme Typo? It's a popular adult pastime these days, you know? Could have fooled me. This is like turning on, what is it? German mode on your keyboard accidentally, and you know, the Y and the Z keys getting flipped. I remember Code Bullet had a really great clip of that, where he accidentally set his keyboard to a different language, and he's just like, what? But my Y key is mapped to the Z. He had no idea what was going on. It's great. But yeah, I've never heard of anybody doing that just because Lamau. Why not? Also, it's not like changing, you know, the letters on your actual keyboard actually changes them. You'd have to remap them, if you even can. So, fun idea, I guess. But trying to talk like that all the time? Oh, that would get exhausting. Makina mimes pulling a cigarette from her lips and loudly blows out the imaginary fumes. Apparently she equates adult with smoking. As a lot of young folks do. Hey, what's up, Zach? Managed to resist commenting on the matter, allowing Makina's deranged explanation to roll merrily onward. There's a special super typo rule in effect for mature audiences only. G becomes K, C becomes T. How does that make things adult? How does that make things for mature audiences? You know, I'm probably thinking about it more than Makina thought about it, so I should just move on. At least say 3-player match or something. No, that type of language is foreign to Makina. Well, knowing this girl, the innuendo is probably more reflexive than anything else. Also, if you're looking to recruit another player, why didn't you just invite Amane? Ah, so she's making food. That's too important to interrupt. I'm gonna think of it. I guess it's about that time of day. Really? Might have OG Kratos? That sounds neat. Get some Greek mythology up in here. Nice. And that's why you dragged Sachi into this instead? To be fair, Makina, sometimes I think that girl is physically incapable of saying no. Tell me, Sachi, what do you think of the games Makina comes up with? Oh my god, yep. Yeah, it makes words very hard to read. Yep, Maki-chan's games, can be described... negatively as, strange, or positively as very original. I believe, I learn a lot by participating in them. Yeah, so that's a polite way of saying this game is dumb. Much to my regret, I'm unable to play extreme typos for religious reasons. Should totally tell Cerberus to install Fortnite just for Cerberus. That would be pretty funny to see Cerberus playing as Cerberus in a game. Why do you say that? You can't prove that Yuji's not religious. Machina gives Sachi's back a vigorous thump, prompting her to take a step forward. As you were speaking those words, you broke eye contact, a prototypical mannerism of a person telling a lie. Seems this combination is more dangerous than one might expect. Okay, then give me a demonstration first. As soon as those energetic words leave Machina's mouth, the two of them turn to face each other, assuming a conversational posture. What'd you have for dinner last night? Oh, wow. Just trying to read all of this. My god. Yeah, I've started doing that as kind of like a running joke every time I see a character that says, just herm like this, just, it fits so perfectly. Yep, seafood pasta and a Caesar salad, if I remember correctly. Say what? Who the hell do you think you are? A, trendy, trendy office lady working in Tokyo's, trendy office lady working in Tokyo's, financial district? You disgust me! Then what did you do last night? Spent my night watching a special on the national. I have no idea what that one is. Too many flipped around letters. Wait, I got it. National Geographic Channel about the Galapagos Islands. Somebody put me on Wheel of Fortune right now. Yes, Machina very much loves her TV. I see. Keeping track of all those rules seems like it would be surprisingly difficult. And depending on how skillful you are at rephrasing things, you might be able to come up with sentences that don't use many of the letters at all. Yes, the strategy involved is surprisingly profound. And there's also some sentences, like that one, where nearly every word has to be altered. Tacos sure sounds like tacos. Where's this coming from all of a sudden? Machina wants Mexican food, huh? So what's new with you, Zach, other than doing more Doom stuff? I watched some videos talking about some classic Doom ports the other day. I'm not sure I've decided on one yet, but I got some nice info on a lot of the more well-known ones, and even some obscure ones. In that case, why don't you go ask Amane if she can add tacos to tonight's menu? Within seconds, Machina's slippers are squeaking furiously up the stairs to the second floor, all else forgotten in pursuit of her prize. Little puddles of drool mark the path she followed. Damn, she really wants that Taco Tuesday, damn it! What can I say? The girl really does resemble a hyperactive 10-year-old at times. For sure. So, does this mean you win the game, Sachi? When I turn back, I see Sachi hasn't budged an inch. In fact, she's staring at me intently. Sachi, don't you need to start dinner yourself? My preliminary preparations are complete, and I ate a late lunch this afternoon. Wow, like me. Did a mock job interview? Oh, nice. Nice. What's more, she's still observing the rules of the game. You're a determined one, I'll give you that. And now that I look closely, I kind of get the feeling there's something like that, something like expectation burning in her eyes. Alright then, wanna try this extreme typos with me? You knew we'd give it a go, huh? Seems my gut feeling was correct on this one. Sachi responds eagerly. Since I'm a student now, wasting a little time on this sort of pointless nonsense seems vaguely appropriate, but I don't want a reputation as the sort of goofy twit who enjoys this sort of game for its own sake. The really exaggerated voice cracks from Amazing World of Gumball. I have not watched that show in ages, dude. That was actually a pretty good show. Alright, let's talk details first. Bring it back to normal for now. Her tone betraying a hint of regret, Sachi closes her eyes for a moment, probably consciously deactivating her extreme typo mode. The thing is, this game doesn't really seem to have a set ending. Let's make it into a match. First person to slip up loses. Let's see. No clamming up entirely or ignoring your opponent's requests. That should be enough. Well, here's the thing. How long can you wait before you have to respond? A penalty game for the loser? Just what I wanted to hear. Sachi loves her a bit of competition, doesn't she? Hadn't thought about that part, but well, I guess that'll encourage us to take the match a little more seriously. A 120% increase in fun levels. She's seriously fired up about this. Well, if I win, I guess I'll ask you to take care of my laundry or something. Oh, that's funny. Cerberus can't play Cerberus, his storage is full. Oof. If you are victorious, please refer to me as Laundry Lackey for the rest of my days. It's not really what I meant. Anyway, what do you want me to do if you win, Sachi? Hey, happy birthday, Lisa. How the heck are ya? How is your birthday going? He's just faster on the keyboard, apparently. I've never played a game of Fortnite in my life, and I probably never will, just I'm not really into Battle Royale. And I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Lisa. That's awesome. Oh, she's got to think about this. I know that face. That's the face of, let me think about that one. Would you mind if I kept that to myself until the hypothetical moment of victory? I know you do, Zach. I know you do. So, it's understandable. She wants to keep it a secret, does she? If Amane or Michiru asked me for some kind of blank check, while going along with it would be far too risky. I'm pretty confident Sachi's not going to demand anything too outrageous. Watch. It's going to be the opposite. She is going to be the one that asks for something really unreasonable. Yeah, I suppose it's alright with me. Let's begin. Oh boy. Match time. Lisa, do you got any plans for your birthday today? Or is it late at night where you are, so it's just wrapping up? 64 emeralds for a piece of bread? Depends on which end of the trade I'm on. If you expect me to give you an entire block of emeralds for a piece of bread, no thanks, I'll go grow it myself, thank you very much. And so I begin my bizarre verbal duel with Sachi. Oh, here we go. Good evening. Good evening. So, how are things going with you lately? Exceptionally, exceptionally nicely. Good to hear. Considering the way Sachi kept up with this game perfectly right up until the moment I asked her to stop, winning this match probably won't be easy. You think? By the way, can you name that famous, this, name that famous, Sichuan steamed, Sichuan steamed, poultry. Yeah. Yeah, I understand, Zach. I understand. Oh man, I can't keep up with this anymore. Well, you have joined the match. Bank thicken. Okay, then how about the park size? The large-sized anthropoid, designated as a dangerous animal under Japanese law. We are in a match with Sachi in extreme typo. A chimpanzee. Name an unconventional thrill ride that uses the epithet of for to launch a passenger upward. Catapult bungee? I thought that would be pretty tricky to pronounce, maybe leading to a stumble on the easier second word, but she brushes off this combo attack as easily as the rest. Our local bake, he didn't say the full thing. I'm not going into panic mode yet. On a different note, isn't it a bit nippy today? It's July. Yeah. is chill in the air. Yeah. You name the popular British deep-fried seafood and potato combination? Fish and chips. Stream collab idea, 100 games of Fortnite with friends. Oh. I don't know if I'd be down for that. Like I said, I've literally never played the game, and I probably am not going to, because I don't really care for Battle Royale. Like, I don't really care for it. I've never really cared for the genre. Yep, fish and chips. Somehow, it's no wonder. Somehow it no longer sounds quite as appetizing. Can't argue with you on that one. Kindly name the variety of, Yep, Darmink, supposedly, yeah, oh my god, I'm not even gonna try. So somebody in the comments in the future can do that if they want to. Yep, Spash and burn, architecture, agriculture. Slash and burn? Impressive as usual. You didn't fall for my trap. That was a trap? The question sounded 10 times more difficult to say than the answer. A good collab besides COD? Because I'd be up for it if the game is interesting. I just don't think of doing collabs that much, I guess. I mean, I guess if there were going to be some other co-op games I'd maybe want to play on the channel, there's a few that come to mind. There's Uno. Like, that would be fun, just like recording a VC night, putting that on the channel. Maybe Payday 2 or Killing Floor 2. Or shit, maybe even PlanetSide 2. I mean, like, besides the ones I already have going, okay? But we're talking about, like, other games, not, you know, my DDLC and VN stuff. But yeah, you know, I've got quite a few ideas. Payday 2, Killing Floor 2, PlanetSide 2, Bloons TD6, that is a co-op mode that I've never participated in. What else? Left 4 Dead 2. I've got that. I remember a while back saying I was going to, I wanted to do, like, some games of viewers with that, character mod that swaps out the, in-game characters for, the Dokis. Because, like, that's actually a thing. So yeah, I've got quite a few ideas. Then there's Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic one. You know, the one that's actually good. We could do that. So, if you have more ideas, I'm all ears. But I have quite a few ideas, you know, if that's something y'all are interested in. If that's something y'all are interested in doing. I'm game. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that kind of thing. Talked about it before, but retrospective stuff isn't really my thing. Next, Sachi draws near and holds out a small slip of paper towards me. You are a worthy foe. I must utilize my trump card. Oh! I accept the scrap of paper, then unfold it to find a few lines of neat text scribbled across the interior. We just all play the strangest shit we can find. Yeah, this is true. Another idea, if there's a game we all have a decent amount of experience in, could maybe do like a race or something. Of a certain game. You are here still at the hospital? Well, it's good to hear from you, Brad. How have you been, man? The Gucci-chan, who utilizes slash-and-burn agriculture, stuffs her cheeks with bang-bang chicken and fish and chips while riding the catapult bungee. The hell is this? Just bored out of my mind, even with a gaming laptop. Fucking Roblox. So that's your game, is it? This match, there's no set rule limiting the means by which you can influence your opponent's response. Sachi cannily spots this loophole and identified it as the surest path to victory. Very well. I gently shut my eyes and draw the muscles around my solar plexus taut. Carefully perceiving the flow of energy now surging through my body, I direct the current of force into a swirling whirlpool, terminating in a single point at the core of my body. Once, twice, 3 times. In the next instant, I unleash that power like a coiled spring. Did he miss the last word? If we scroll back a bit... Because I seem to remember that being said differently in this game. Yep. Catapult Bunky. Oh. I know this one game that's good, which I've talked about before, Secrets of Grisaia. It's about to get its full release. Has a pretty good 4-player co-op. What's the game about? And so the match ended all too quickly in my ignominious defeat. Very nicely done, Sachi. Very nicely done. I know it's just a game, but losing to you is honestly pretty frustrating. Well, it'd just be lame to take a match like this seriously, especially since I was playing against a younger female classmate. Maybe I let her win? Nah, come on, man. Don't be like that. Don't be like me and get all butthurt when you lose a long game of zombies. Dude, just admit that you lost fair and square, okay? Okay? Just admit that you lost fair and square. What's going on? Yuji and Sachi were playing a match of Extreme Typo. That's what was going on. Or so I attempt to console myself without much success. My trump card didn't work on Maki-chan, but it seems it was effective against Kazami-san. Okay, first of all, can you please go back to normal now? You get so wrapped up in it after a while. Must say, though, I was expecting you to be that good, class rep. Just gave it 110%. It was a team effort. It's a top-down pixel RPG that thrives off of old-style level-up mechanics, and its skill system is very mix and match. No matter what you choose to do, you can easily switch to a different style. It doesn't lock you into anything. Very focused on grinding to get stronger. I do love me a good grind. I guess I'd have to see a little more of what the game looks like. No, it wasn't. Why are you spouting sports cliches all of a sudden? For some reason, she's acting shy about it. Only if you're a professional athlete with muscles where your brain should be. Not that I hadn't noticed it before, but Sachi's knowledge of the world is decidedly warped in many areas. You don't say. So, what's my punishment for losing? Yeah, she never revealed that to us. So, it's time to find out. What the hell do we have to do? In regards to that, she says. Sachi's words trail off hesitantly halfway through her sentence. It's wrong. Have you not made up your mind yet? And spit it out already. Oh no, what is it? Yeah, sounds about right for Sachi. Huh? Unable to comprehend Sachi's bizarrely simplistic request, I answer with an incredulous grunt. Ugh. Before I decide, I'd really like to hear why you chose that, of all things. Because she wants to be praised by us. Yeah, and I'm asking why. Well, then why did you ask for it? Is that really what you want? Oh, I think I see where this is going. Sachi's tentative, questioning tone suggests her own understanding of the matter is still incomplete. But from our interactions to date, I'm well aware that this girl never tells a lie. Should mean these are unquestionably her true feelings. Do you feel the same way when someone else compliments you? Well, maybe take some time to continue to sort that out then. Huh. Well, I guess I can understand that. After a while, your actions do tend to inspire concern more than gratitude. Yeah? The distinction between the two is quite difficult? Really? Seems pretty straightforward to me. Anyway, yeah, I saw you talking about this one in the gaming chat the other day. I thought that was the one you were talking about. If you want to breathe fire and throw a fucking sword, you can. Yeah. I'll have to look into it in a bit. I'll have to give the trailer a quick watch. With those words, Sachi closes her eyes and sinks into thought. No, the request itself isn't unreasonable, and it wouldn't be particularly unpleasant for me, but... Okay, yeah, this is our moment. This is our moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I guess now we get to choose. Now we get to choose. Would we like to go down Sachi's route? Or would we like to proceed to the next one? Which I believe is Michiru's route would be the next one in line. I'm gonna go to my bookmarks here. Yeah, here it is. Here it is, my Fruit of Grisaia guide. Oh, and I just clicked off my stream preview. That's nice. There we go. We back. We got it back. Have we done any of the routes yet? No. Yep, meant to open that in a new tab. There we go, yep. Yes, so we had the chance to start Machina's route and Amane's route, and the answer to both of those you guys said was no. Yeah, you guys said no to both Amane's and Machina's routes for our first two choices. So now we're at the midway point. Honestly, Brad, I was down to do Amane's route first, but the audience decided otherwise. It's kind of funny, the Amane route actually came down to a coin toss with Mani here. Came down to a coin toss with Monica for Amane's route. It was that close. You started watching classic Doctor Who a few months ago with your parents? Nice, nice. I have heard a lot of good things about classic Doctor Who. So yeah, get your votes in now if you want us to do Sachi's route. I think I said I was going to do Sachi's route if we didn't do Amane's route, but I still feel like I should leave it up to you guys. I think this is just personal preference, but the guide that I'm following on Steam thinks Michiru's route should be first, which would be the next one in line. They don't really they don't give any reason why. I think it's just personal preference for the writer of the guide. Maybe they rank it from their subjective worst to subjective best. Yeah, they put Machina's route as do that one last. One interesting tidbit it does say is it's written in a way that none of the routes are true routes. Maybe they rank it from subjective worst to subjective best. The anime does all. So, they provide a bit of insight into their reasoning. Some routes spoil stuff in other routes, and your perception of character can change in their own routes, affecting how you read the story. So I guess their order kind of minimizes that. But, they specifically say at the end, no, Michiru is not my waifu, though she is best girl in Grisaia series. That sounds like something Asun would say. Like, maybe that's just me. Just saying. Maybe that's just me. Not my waifu, but she is best girl. Yep. Yep. Michiru's route is pretty good, but definitely play Yumiko's route last. I guess we'll see when the time comes. Anyway, it's been a few minutes, and it seems like all y'all here right now are in unanimous agreement that, yes, we should play Sachi's route. So, I guess we are going to begin Sachi's route tonight. And the choice to start Sachi's route, if you've made it to this point, is praise Sachi. So that is what we gon' do. Yeah, I saw you mentioned Num was in Fortnite now. I didn't know Down with the Sickness was in Fortnite though. That is awesome. It makes sense. It's their most well-known song, for sure. The VA who voiced Flash in Kill the Justice League also voices Heimdall in God of War Ragnarok. Interesting. Alrighty. So yeah, about an hour in. Here we go. Alright, fine. I don't have any problem with praising you, if that's what you want. Played Lucas in Minecraft Story Mode? Oh, cool! Yeah. Defeating me in a match is worthy of recognition, and it's only natural to praise someone when they deserve it. Hey! I think someone might have told me the exact same thing. A long time ago. It was your master, wasn't it? What's wrong? Did I say something strange? Sachi responds to my question with unusual haste, then bows deeply for a moment as if to collect herself. So as for the details? What kind of praising are you looking for specifically? I don't think she thought that far ahead. But maybe she has. Let's find out. I'll leave that entirely up to you, she says. It's quite the vague request. That said, it wouldn't be fair to break my promise after the fact, even in something as inconsequential as this. I draw close to Sachi and reach out my hand toward her head. Oh! Why exactly? She's clearly got a vision for this, that's for sure. What? Like I said, she's got a vision for this, guys. Normally, Sachi can strip off her clothes in public without so much as a hint of embarrassment. But at the moment, a rare pink blush is spread across her face. Just for future reference, that sort of line should only be used when you're getting in bed with someone. Blunt as always, are you, Yuji? I gently shoot down Sachi's feeble entreaty and place my hand on top of her head. Thumbnail has been achieved. All the head pats for Sachi. All the head pats for Sachi, ladies and gentlemen. You beat me fair and square. Pretty amazing work, Sachi. This has to be the first time I've touched Sachi's head. and yet the feeling of her hair under my hand is oddly pleasant. Something even vaguely nostalgic about the sensation. Hey, what's up, Tengo? You mind if I call you Tengo? YouTube chat doesn't seem to like your name unless you, put those asterisks there. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the channel, man. There's something even vaguely nostalgic about the sensation. What a time to tune in! Literally as we have achieved the thumbnail. Very nicely done. Oh, look at that face. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness, look at that dude. That is so fantastic. Aww. Sachi went stiff as a board at first, but soon closes her eyes in apparent pleasure. As her body relaxes underneath my hand, I begin to slowly pet her head. Yes! I called it! I called it! All the head pats for Sachi. All the head pats. Hello there! Aww. Right, left, right. Every time my hand moves, little bits of gibberish dribble from Sachi's mouth. It's kind of amusing to watch. You want to be petted like that, don't you? That's why you're making that face. Someone is gonna see in exactly 2 minutes. Michiru, probably. I'm really not doing it that forcefully. Oh, just let her have her moment, man. Don't ruin it. Sachi sways back and forth helplessly in time with the gentle movements of my hand. This is another first for us, but for some reason the motion comes naturally to me. Woot! Right. That was amazing. Stepping out of it at the sound of Sachi's voice, I quickly draw back my hand. I think I ended up going at her head for a relatively long period of time without even realizing it. And for some reason, she's currently staring intensely at my hand. So how was it? Did the pit of your stomach get all warm again? No, Sachi, I think you're just experiencing this magical little thing called having a crush. In typical Sachi style, the girl asks this question with a perfectly straight face. If so, I'd have to see about selling off the technology to some manufacturer of home appliances. Sounds like exactly the sort of feature the gullible housewives of the world would love to have in their toasters. I'll be forced to purchase the manufacturer that obtains the rights. Oh damn, yeah. If that's not a hint, I don't know what is. Do you have that kind of scratch lying around? Not surprising. Well, anyway, I guess this should do it for my penalty. Sachi offers me an enthusiastic thumbs up. If what is? We would do that kind of thing anyway? Huh, I suppose. I wasn't really planning to cut off your compliments in the first place. If you act in a way worthy of recognition, I would definitely praise you again. I don't think that kind of thing is something you really need to ask for. I thought my response was kind of brusque. I'm not sure how you say that, if anything. But Sachi blushes the same shade of pink as before and offers me a bow of thanks. That said, If we happen to duel again, I fully intend to win.
では、私も今から山ごもりの修行を始めます。
She wants to defend that title. God damn. That's her prerogative, but don't forget to attend class at least, alright?
そうでした。私、授業のことをすっかり忘れていました。
Quite the single-minded, aren't you? That's what makes her funny, though. The thing about Sachi is, you know that isn't a joke. She genuinely did forget. In any case, I've learned something from the time I spent with this honest girl today. The act of praising someone, the sensation of petting their head. I've been making a habit of rustling Makine's hair around lately. Somehow, this felt different. Yeah. Yeah. Kinda like how I give this one head pats and nose boops whenever she's being silly. Isn't that right? Yeah, I don't think this is that kind of head pat. Exactly what that feeling was remains unclear to me, but whatever it was, for some reason, I enjoyed it. I guess Makine's games aren't all that bad. Somehow, those had become my honest thoughts on the matter. Yep. And off we go. As the second recess period of the day begins, a highly suspicious ritual unfolds before my eyes. Back to some more Michiru nonsense. Hey, Sakaki. Our classmate seems to be using her twin tails as antennas in an attempt to intercept human brainwaves. I guess you have a point, Yumiko. Well, maybe not, but that strikes me as a problem in its own right. What have you done? Completely indifferent to our whispers, Michiru finishes chanting her incantation. A powerful Jin promptly answers the call. Honestly, Amane, are you surprised? This is Sachi. She will do anything. Why is that something that needs variety? Because variety is a spice of life, I guess? I don't fucking know.
その必要あるか？あるわよ。昨日だって今のやりとりを成功させるために2時間もリハーサルをやったんだから。
That's certainly one way to spend your time, I guess. But I've got the same face as Amane right now. Just like, is that really necessary? Yes, tsundere energy.
そのほとんどは参考にしようとした某アニメ DVD にお客様が見入られてしまったからなのですけど。
Thank you for the clarification, Sachi. Thank you for the clarification. Now everything makes sense. I have no idea, but they've been silent since then, since I acknowledged them. I just said hello, welcome to the channel, and they've been silent. So, unless you act out, newbie, you got nothing to worry about. Yep, Amane's like, now everything makes sense. Face lotion. Oh yeah, that. I remember that. The frickin' makeup lesson. As soon as she understands Michiru's request, Sachi trots off to her oversized storage locker in the back of the classroom. I really do want to see just how big that thing is one of these days. a puff or anything? The ones you go puff puff with.
持っているといえば持っているのですが
A cotton ball?
いただけるかどうか
I don't know. With those words, Sachi grasps her chest with both hands. Not those, Sachi! Not those!
ほうほうこれはつつましくも確かな柔らかさが
Wow. You know you're doing something right when even Michiru has to stop and be like, hey, that was pretty good. Like, wow. Like I said, you know you're doing something right when even someone like Michiru has to stop and be like, hey, that's pretty good.
私が言ってるのはパフパフじゃなくてパフよコットンパフ
Yeah, so why didn't you just say that?
そちらの方でしたか同音異義語は難しいです
Homonyms are troublesome things. Yes, they are. Especially in retail.
あんたがややこしくしてるだけだってば
Whatever, Michiru. And we're just left dumbfounded. And Yuji's just sitting here like, where did this confidence come from? Somebody asks Sachi for a favor, leading to a subtle but bizarre misinterpretation. In the end, someone heaves an exasperated sigh. This, too, is hardly anything out of the ordinary. I've seen something of the sort so many times since coming to this school that it's practically part of the scenery by now. But when you do stop and think about it...
何黄昏てやがる坊主
since when did, you get to call me my son? Yes, Brad, it is a great face. Michiru has a lot of those. I'm not brooding. Also, I'm not your son.
でも背中が泣いているように見えたのよ
Huh. I suppose you could compare heavy sweat soaking the back of your shirt to crying, but I'm not certain. But I'm not currently
話が脱線しかけてるけど今さっちゃんのこと目で追ってたわよね
Why the fixation on me, Amane? I don't mind you butting into the conversation, but do me a favor and keep your tits to yourself.
考え事してる時でもダメか
Yuji is never too lost to put up a fight. You know this damn well, Amane. If you want to take me by surprise, you're gonna need more dramatic measures. I'd recommend knocking me unconscious. Maybe sleeping pills or something of the sort.
その手があったか
God damn it, now you're giving her ideas. Of course, if she actually tried mixing some drug into my food, I'm confident I'd notice 8 times out of 10.
でもさなんでさっちゃんのこと見てたの
Well, I'm just thinking about how familiar that routine of hers is by now.
そう言われるとちょっと耳が痛いかな
I mean, it's happened so many times at this point by now, Amane. It's hard not to say something on the matter. Why is that?
なんていうかな私たちってさっちゃんの真面目さに甘えすぎちゃってるところがあるから
For sure, yeah.
それを傍から見たらひどいことしてるように見えちゃうこともあると思うんだよね
I guess it could be interpreted that way.
でもユージにも分かっててほしいのは私たち
You don't need to tell me that.
全くないってこと私が遊び相手にサッチンを選ぶのもそうだけどチルチルだってサッチンとはマブダチなのよさ
Yeah, Sachi's like that one manager at work that everybody gets along with. You know, like if you have a job where you've got multiple different people running the show on each shift, you know the one. You know the guy I'm talking about. So you're saying that faithful servant routine's an expression of friendship or something?
お兄ちゃ ンなら見ればわかると思うのだけど、サッチンは全然嫌がったりしていないのよ。
Well, put it this way, she doesn't complain about it. Well, I guess not. Compared to the others, Michiru tends to request menial gopher-style errands pretty frequently, but Sachi never shows any signs of irritation. On the contrary, she often overflows with gratitude, as if being given work offers her satisfaction in itself. Yeah, maybe she just does it for the sake of work. Maybe she does it for, just the sake of doing honest labor? Or, there's some sort of, deep-seated reason that she, feels compelled to do this almost. It's like something she has to do because she's class rep or something. But objectively speaking, a charitable attitude that extreme has to be considered downright abnormal. Pretty interesting girl in that sense. I see where you're going with this, but that's not what I meant. So he says, at least. But still, come on, Sachi, eh? He's definitely thinking about it. Dude! Impressive job picking up on my muttering, but no, I did not. Sorry about that. God damn it, Sachi! Don't lump me together with pure-hearted youths who find joy in a crumpled old torn mag discovered under the boardwalk. Yep. Right then. This is strange as well. When I offer a retort to some weird statement of Sachi's, she'll fully accept my rebuke, basically overwriting her previous opinion. True, she often mumbles things like, "Is that so?" first. It's nothing more than a rhetorical question or request for clarification, not an attempt to argue. Roughly speaking, Sachi's responses to her orders run along a fixed course from confirmation to consent and finally implementation. Yeah, she's gone through some, how you say, perversions, being around us. That's for sure. So, what brought on that change? I think we all know the answer to that question, Yuji. I think that's a loaded question. Oh man, why are you all coming at me like this? The two nod to each other and four narrowed eyes focus on my face. You too, huh? Well, counting a certain somebody who's begun to stare contemptuously in my direction without even lifting her chin from her hand, I guess it's actually 6. Sorry, but passionate gazes aren't going to get you what you want. Try flowers and a box of chocolates. What's your problem with that, Michiru? In short, they want to say this is my fault. Then again, I am the first male student in this school. In that sense, I am acting as a foreign element added to a relatively stable mixture. Since Sachi's been forced to adjust to living in a dorm with me, I guess some changes in her behavior and attitude wouldn't be surprising. No! Well, I won't deny my role in this. But it's not like none of you guys have played a role in this. It's not like I'm the only one who's played a role in this. Come on now. Let's be real here. Newcomers have to keep their heads down after all. Yes, indeed, Yumiko. Yes, indeed. That was great. Feel like I heard a cranky spirit griping about something in the corner of the classroom, but I'm gonna say I was just hearing things. Yeah, that reaction. But precisely because I'm a newcomer, there's a specific aspect of our class representatives' behavior I'm beginning to wonder about. I have to say, though, I've been here a couple months now, but I haven't seen Sachi refuse a request even once. The instant I put my observation into words, Amane's eyes opened wide in shock. I mean, it's true, though. Has she ever denied a request? To rephrase, it seems like Sachi's dictionary doesn't include the word impossible. Didn't mean anything else by it. Like I said earlier in the episode, I think this girl literally does not know how to say no. What? You mean you haven't seen it happen either, Amane? Well then. So that's 3 of us. Well, that just leaves one other student. Even Michiru, who seems to have provided the largest volume of requests by a significant margin. So no one's ever seen it happen. The next logical question, I guess, is, has it ever happened? In other words, despite living in close proximity to her for more than half a year, none of you have ever seen Sachi say no to someone. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Makina's reaction is actually pretty understandable. Even if, by some chance, everyone's forgotten an occasion or two where Sachi did say no, this strong a consensus must mean she's gone along with the request an overwhelming majority of the time. Usually you'd only expect that kind of self-sacrifice from the Holy Mother reincarnate, or a very well-trained soldier. I was wondering when you would pipe up. Well, calling it a discussion might be calling it a bit of an overstatement, but... That's not what we were saying, Makina! Bat! Yes, thank you, Amane, for hitting her with the horny bat. You had that one coming. Okay, moving on. I've got one question I would like to ask you, Sachi. Can you remember refusing any requests since you came to this school? Even one? Let her think. Oh boy. No! Let her cook, Makina. Let her think. She needs to really think about this one.
すみません。今自分の記憶を検索していたのですが、私の覚えている限りではないと思います。
So that confirms it.
ってことは本当に今まで一度も。
Hey, what's up, Big Crunch? Welcome to the channel, man. How you doing? We are just starting Sachi's route. And we are just getting confirmation that, yeah, during her time at this academy, she has literally never said no to someone.
私たちのお願いを断ったことがないってこと？
Even Yumi goes shocked. Like, no way!
今までありがとう、サチ。さすがクラスの委員長さんなのよさ。
She puts up with a lot for you people. Michiru and the others abruptly swarm around Sachi, surprised and enthusiastic to discover such an impressive feat so close at hand. They resemble nothing so much as an eccentric soccer team, mobbing a defender for scoring the come-from-behind goal in overtime. This seems like a foreign concept to Sachi. On the other hand, the hero in question doesn't quite seem to understand why she's getting the star treatment all of a sudden. You can practically see the question marks floating above her head. Bit late in the game, but it seems they've finally taken note of your meritorious service, Sachi. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, she's like me when I'm at work. When I get this type of praise, not this over the top, obviously, but I'm just like, what? I'm just doing my job.
そうそう、サチって実はできる子だったんだなって。
19 hours? You're at 19 hours? You can do it. Sorry to stretch you a bit. That's what I'm going to be doing on Saturday after I get home from work. I'm going to have to adjust myself to working the overnights for next week.
ある意味、そこら辺にいるメイドさんよりメイドさんっていうのかな。そうです。
Alright, have a good breakfast.
だってほら、この前だってジャケットがこんなのって言っただけで、私が欲しかった CD 手に入れてくれたし。あの時はインターネット上でいろんな質問ができるサイトに投稿したら、親切な人が商品名と売っている場所を教えてくれたんです。
Yep, Sachi has her methods. The Yoo-hoo Bag of Wisdom.
私が本物の地域限定コシヒカリってどんな味なんだろうってつぶやいた時も、次の日持ってきてくれたわよね。まだパッケージ前の状態で。
She really has a knack for this stuff.
はい、上越新幹線で片道1時間45分。現地農家の小林さんから直接。
His name was Kobayashi. Huh. Man, I think they're only just now realizing how much they take Sachi for granted, the things that she does. And it's just hitting them full force. Just how important she is around here. If it took an hour and 45 to get out there, we're probably talking about the Shutsu rice growing region. Girl must have been wandering around way out in the sticks. That limited edition zombie game from overseas? Oh. Yeah, this will be interesting. Oh, yeah. eDay, or as it's known in the real world, eBay. Is there anything she won't do? I think is the better question. I remember asking this question earlier in the series. Is there anything Sachi won't do? I think that's the more important question at hand here. Yeah, this is exactly the type of attitude I was talking about. She's like, I'm just doing my job. Apparently, Sachi's finally caught on to the fact that she's being praised, as her cheeks have grown slightly red. She really does. She did mention that Amane and Michiru haven't been complimenting her as much as they used to, so this sudden barrage of appreciation must be fairly enjoyable. Nothing particularly special, huh? True, our community is small-scale and relatively isolated from the outside world, but she's offered to help her help to everyone here quite literally without fail. That alone would be pretty remarkable by almost any standard, but Sachi seems to be completely oblivious to this fact. Of course, when you hear never once, I think it's only human nature to feel a little interest in seeing the streak broken. Yeah. That's the same kind of interest I have with the streak of dominance that I've had on the chess game that I play on my phone with the weekly boards, Really Bad Chess. I've literally held or tied with the top spot every single week this year thus far. And I've been competing, for that top spot every week since like last summer. So yeah, a multi-month long streak, combined with a few additional weeks from last year as well, if you want to throw those in. I'm just sitting here waiting for somebody to knock me on my ass and find a checkmate that I can't, a fast checkmate that I actually can't find. They say that it is lonely at the top. And yeah, over the course of this streak, I have really been affirming that. And I'm not joking about this either, by the way. I'm gonna go over to the Discord server here. Scroll up a bit. Yeah, doesn't show my username. But yeah, if you have the game, you've probably seen my name at the top of the weekly leaderboard if you check the weekly scoreboard every week. But yeah, if you've been playing this app in like the last 9 months, you've probably seen my name unknowingly at or near the top. I have a whole collection on my phone of all these fast checkmates that I've done. I want to make them into some kind of montage at some point. But yeah, here's the most recent one for this week. I'm actually not going to play it out of respect for the competition. I'd rather wait until, after the week is over to show it on YouTube. But yeah, it's like that's actually a thing that I do every week. I want to get up to a weekly win streak of 100. So almost 2 years, just like I did with the daily board. The daily board I think was definitely harder because with the daily board you only get 2 tries at it each day, and if you don't get a win in those 2 tries, then yeah, you lose your streak. But the weekly, you can try as many times as you want. But I'm more interested in maintaining that pro streak at this point. Because I'm just outside of the top 50 for the longest pro streaks of all time on that game. And I want to keep it going. I've developed a knack for finding these fast checkmates against this bot. Because this bot doesn't exactly play all the best moves. Like, sometimes it's really damn smart. Other times it allows, like, the stupidest checkmates that you would never think it would blunder. So yeah, have a good night, Zach. Like, there was one incredibly dumb checkmate that it allowed where, like, it literally just had to capture my queen with its knight that was sitting one square away from checkmate, and somehow it deemed, oh, I should move my bishop back. That doesn't cover mate in any conceivable way. And I'm just like, you can't be this stupid! And then other times, yeah, it just completely destroys me. It's a very fascinating bot to play against. And the chess game itself is really fun. Bot's trying its hardest, it definitely is. I mean, it's hard not to, when it blunders a completely obvious mate in one. But it's a very fun bot to play against. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just a very fun bot to play against. Because it's very unpredictable in that sense. And it's literally the only reason, you can get up to, as high a ranks as you can in the ranked mode. Because, like, once its material advantage starts to dwarf you, then yeah, there would just be no way you would ever win. Gonna take you a while to beat the final boss on Trip's story on Sonic Superstars. I have yet to pick up that game. I heard very mixed things about Superstars at launch, but let me know what you think about it. I'm curious what someone who's actually played it for a while has to say about it. I guess it might go without saying, but the laundry facilities in our dormitory are pretty high class. The machines are state-of-the-art combination washer-dryers. As long as you can handle pushing a button, the rest is pretty much automatic. My attitude toward housework has always been indifferent at best, but these things still make my life noticeably easier. For example, I'm currently heading to the 3rd floor, secure in the knowledge that I can get my laundry more or less taken care of in the time it takes my rice to cook. Yeah, it's pretty handy, isn't it? Why am I not surprised to see you here? All you can say is the main story is a bit easy, but Trip's story is hard. Who is Trip? I'm guessing this is this some new character they introduced in Sonic Superstars? But when I reach the top of the stairs, I find Sachi in front of the machines, singing a funky avant-garde tune to herself as the laundry tumbles around inside. If you've lost your way in life, I'll lend an ear to your troubles. Oh, really? Alright, then what was it? Then what was with the song just now?
あれは作詞作曲イリス・マキナ、編曲周防あまねによる心の選択、乙女心の潜在いらずという歌です。
So in other words, you made it up. I see. Understood. I'll buy that. The only people I can picture coming up with a song like that are A, drunken office workers lying around on a train station at 2:30 in the morning, and B, it's so fucking dumb. Oh, holy shit. Oh, that's incredible. Oh my god. So you're equating Irisu Makina to drunken office workers lying around a train station at 2:30 in the morning. That's incredible. Interesting. And you're telling me this why exactly? I don't know about that. Excuse me, by the way. It just feels like there's something in my throat. I appreciate the thought, but that was your mistake. Sachi, my friend. I am genuinely curious. Just what kind of skills do you think I've been developing? Alright, let's just change the subject. Since you're up here watching your laundry, I guess you've already ate dinner? Nice. I see. Wholesome rhythm of life you've got there, huh? Very much the model student. No, not yet. Why? Why then? Apparently it's harder to gain weight that way. Yes? I suppose it depends on what your active hours are. More importantly, Sachi. Can I go ahead and Oh, he's trying to get her to say no! Oh, devious man! Devious man! Why? Oh, it is indeed human nature. How far will she go? Oh no, Sachi. Monica approves. Can I go ahead and smack you at this point? So in other words, that's a polite way of saying no. Once again, I find myself wondering whether or not you're even a human being. Yeah, I wonder about that. Take a look at yourself and think about it. Specifically what you're wearing. Yes, I can see that. I saw that from the sprite. I don't need to be reminded, thank you. Yes. Yes, you are. Tell me, are you the type who finds sexual excitement in exposing yourself in front of other people? No, I can't say I am really either. Then why did you take off your clothes? Was she changing into one from the laundry? I guess? I see. This room is right next to the grand bath, so you're trying to make efficient use of the time spent waiting for your laundry? That said, efficiency isn't really enough of a reason to justify this personal strip show. But should I even bother trying to explain that to her? Somehow I feel like the nuance of that would just be lost on Sachi. In what? Your flashing enthusiast club? I figured that's what you were talking about. Well, I believe I've just received an unambiguous invitation to take a bath with a classmate of the opposite gender. But as I understand it, for men and women beyond the age of puberty, such an act requires either a financial transaction or a certain degree of pre-existing intimacy. Sachi and I are merely classmates. We're not in a relationship, we're not blood-related siblings. I want to think it's natural for me to feel a little dubious here. Let's see... I don't find the idea particularly objectionable, but I'll pass this time.
そうですか。
For one thing, I'm currently in the middle of making dinner.
すごいです。風見さんはすでに時間の有効活用を考えていたんですね。
Well, yeah, more or less. For another thing, I have a feeling it'd be difficult to make up an excuse if one of the others walked in on us. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Especially after the banter that went on in the classroom today. Oh, they would never let you live this down. They would never let you live this down if they saw you like that. Like, never in a million years.
では、それはまた別の機会にということで。
Yeah, sounds about right. Enjoy the bath.
風見さんも私の入浴姿を置かずにご飯を食べる作業を頑張ってください。
She really is trying to drop those not so subtle hints on us. Maybe a smack upside the head would have been best after all? Looks like it's about that time. After quickly double-checking the clock on my wall, I leave the room. When I reach the 3rd floor, I find the laundry room empty. Of course, it's only 6 boarders in this dormitory. It's highly unusual in itself, but... Do we have flashbacks? Also, thanks for dropping by, Crunch. You have a good one. It's nice to see you. So I bent forward to retrieve my dried laundry. I noticed something slightly odd about this picture. Sachi left her laundry in the machine? Is she planning to come back and get it? These machines take approximately 70 minutes to wash and dry a load of clothing. When Sachi headed off to take her bath, a display on her machine read somewhere around 15 minutes. In other words, she's been sitting here for nearly an hour. My master once told me young women love their long-ass baths, but 70 minutes is a little much. It's hard to believe Sachi would have returned without taking her laundry, especially since we were just talking about efficiency. Don't do it, man! Don't do it! Above all else, I don't think I've ever seen her leave a job so sloppily unfinished before. Something feels wrong about this. Even if Sachi really is just taking a long soak, it shouldn't be a problem if I call out to her through the door. Again. I don't know about that one, boy. I don't know about that one. When I make my way into the changing room, Sachi's slippers quickly catch my eye. Hard to picture her wandering off barefoot for no good reason. Which would mean... Sachi! It's me. Are you in there? I try calling out from near the door, but there's no response. I can't make out the sound of running water, either, so it doesn't seem like she's in the middle of a shower. In that case, I think immediate action's called for. Sachi! If you're in here, respond! This time I shout Sachi's name loudly, but there's still nothing that sounds like a reply. Huh? What's this? But when I give the room a careful survey, I notice a small head poking out of the water next to the far window.
2405 2400
And she's mumbling something quietly to herself. Counting something? Puzzled, I approach Sachi along the edge of the bath. A few meters away, I finally notice that her eyes aren't open. Ah, she dozed off. Okay. Sachi? The instant I understand that Sachi's muttering deliriously, I reach into the warm water and pull her out of the bath. Her expression is blank and vacant. Her expression blank and vacant. Sachi continues to mumble a string of numbers. From the symptoms, it seems fairly clear that she fainted from overly long exposure to the sauna-like temperature. I think an emergency rest and recovery period's in order. With that decided, I haul Sachi's naked body out of the bathroom, then carefully carry her down the stairs to the second floor. Oh god, please nobody see us like this. Excuse me, coming in. In consideration of the room's owner, I give approximately half a second of advance notice before barging in. Not waiting for permission, I sat Sachi down on the bed. Sorry, but no time to argue right now. Just give me a bag of ice and a wash bowl, sooner rather than later. Quickly grasping the nature of the situation, Amane runs off to the bathroom without any further questions. It seems bringing Sachi to this room in particular was the right call. Yeah, she passed out. She passed out from the hot temperature in there. About 15 minutes after bringing her into Amane's room, Sachi's breathing settles into the soft, regular rhythm of sleep. Hey! What's up, Koneko? How are ya? Long story short, Sachi fainted in the grand bath and I found her there. Yeah? Yeah, I figured you'd be the most reliable by far in this sort of situation. Yeah, this is serious. I think she'll be fine, Makina, but thank you. So what's new with you, Koneko? How are you? Poor Sachi. How far have we fallen that literal PNGs amuse us? It's all in the context, okay? It's all in the context, and I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. That's never fun. Yes! Apparently even Makina can realize that it's not an appropriate time for the usual song and dance routine. She accepts Amane's warning and quietly plops herself down at Sachi's bedside. She doesn't have cancer. Jesus. She just got lightheaded from staying in the bath for too long. She just stayed in the bath too long? I don't see what's hard to grasp about that. She just overstayed her welcome, that's all. She seemed to be counting something in there. I expect someone put a strange idea in her head. Probably Michiru or you. Cut girl, trauma woman, annoying child, and psycho maid. Yeah, funnily enough, we're doing psycho maid's route right now. Also, why does that look on Amane's face give me vibes of a certain somebody else here? It was a unanimous decision by chat to do Sachi's route, so we're doing Sachi's route. Yep, she heard that.
私たちはお風呂に入っても1万数えられる女になろうねって話をしたばかりで。
Machina. Yeah, she didn't even make it a quarter of the way there. So she was trying to fulfill Machina's dumb challenge. As the circumstances come to light, Amane heaves a heavy sigh. It's pretty clear that Sachi took Machina's hyperbole 100% literally and interpreted it as a mandatory new part of her bathing routine. If you can last until 10,000, if you can't last until 10,000 by counting, you're so slow. Dude, she was in that bath for over a goddamn hour. Come on now. And welcome back, Caleb. Yeah, at sauna level temperatures. It's a completely different set of circumstances. Yeah, at the temperature of a sauna. It's different. Now Koneko is growling at me. I'm sure you know. Oh, come on. Come on, Machina. Yeah. Since she actually offered a halfway sincere sounding apology for once, Machina seems to be feeling something surprisingly close to genuine remorse. A rare sight indeed. Yeah. I think Sachi was having something like heat stroke or something. Cause yeah, she was barely conscious. Oh, hey, she's waking up. At some point during this exchange, Sachi has opened her eyes ever so slightly. In the next instant, she picks up the count exactly where she left off, like some sort of human time bomb. Oh. I think she's referring to some moment during a mod that I played. Where one of the characters, asked the question, and I just kind of leaned into the microphone and said it all like played it up and stuff. Oh, that one. Oh. Well, whatever. I forgot about that one. A lot of these types of moments blur together in my head. As soon as those words come out of her mouth, Sachi's eyes fall shut and her body goes totally limp. So you think that's gonna be enough to keep this from happening again? We can only hope. In that case, couldn't you have done something about the way she addresses Michiru?
どんなにみちるが取り消しって言ってもサッチャはガンとして譲ろうとしないし。
Where is your proof? That's all I'm gonna say. Where is your proof?
あれはチルチルが悪いのよ。自分で未来
Uh-huh.
絶対って念を押しちゃったから。
I don't remember what mod that was either. I see. So she made an over-aggressive attempt at impressing Sachi with her character right off the bat, and it backfired spectacularly. Yeah, that sounds about right for Michiru. Yep, foisted by her own baton, you mean?
まあ、真面目なのはさっちゃんのいいところだけど、もう少し融通が効いてくれるとありがたいかな。サッチンはこれでいいのよ。真面目でドジっ子ってところが可愛いんだから。
Somehow a diligent personality doesn't feel quite sufficient as an explanation for all of this.
それじゃあマキナ、私たちは今のうちに新しい氷を作っておこっか。
Yeah, I don't want my beard hair all over the screen. That'd be stupid. By the way, that's something I still need to get an opinion from you on someday. Guys with facial hair. You never given me an answer on that. You've never given me an answer on that. Let's make some new ice. Yeah. Energetic as always, Makina patters off to the kitchen ahead of Amane. Get up and stretch! I'm starting to get tired. I was so tired at work today. I don't know if it's just because I didn't get enough sleep yesterday or what. But, oh boy. I was so tired at work today. Really? Ah! Well then, Sachi's... Oh, she's waking up again. I turned back to the bed to find the maid in question has regained consciousness. Yeah, I am Kazami Yuji. More importantly, are you Komine Sachi? Huh. Seems she's recovered enough of her wits to offer coherent responses at least. You lost consciousness in the Grand Bath. I found you there and brought you here to Amane's room for treatment. Yes, Doran. Chat unanimously agreed we should do Sachi's route. Well, it wasn't much of an inconvenience, really. Wouldn't even qualify as trouble in my book. My attempt at downplaying the incident seems to have been appropriate, as Sachi smiles in evident relief. Implying this has happened before? Yeah, so it seems. I must not remember that one. Must have happened too long ago. I answer Sachi's statement with an artificial attempt at a reassuring smile. Since I'm talking to a dazed invalid, I decide to play along, but I don't remember this ever happening before. I'm not sure where the again part is coming from. I wish to forget your pronunciation of Sachi's family name. I probably butchered it. That's not uncommon of me. I can only try my best, alright? You know, I don't speak anime, so... She must still be pretty out of it, I guess. Ah, you're fine. just weren't expecting it. Yeah, that's understandable. Was I close? Was I way off? Was I way off base? Like I said, you know, all I can do is try my best. But like I said, I don't speak anime. Sachi's expression grows thoughtful. She seems to be thinking back on the incident and attempting to analyze her behavior. Hello there, Mafchio. How's your morning? Don't try to think too hard right now. Makina's admitting she's to blame here, so let's leave it at that. So you're gonna leave it a mystery for me, are ye? Very well. Yeah, it is. Even Sachi seems to agree. Of course she does. Oh yeah, she'll be fine. She just needed to get out of the damn sauna heat. Get better as soon as you can give me a good spanking. All right, I'll be waiting. Why? Damn, Makina, I didn't know you were into that. Sachi's just like, yeah, whatever. Sachi answers Makina with a gentle smile, but by the end of the conversation, I can see fine beads of sweat running down her face. Okay, that's enough talk for now. Take it easy for a while. And back to sleep she goes. With that short response, Sachi closes her eyes to sleep once more. Hey there, Makina. Sorry, but can you watch over Sachi for the rest of the day? Bet. How very reassuring. Sorry, kinda feels like I'm pushing all the hassle onto you. Yeah, the eyes of society I don't think would look upon that kindly unless they know each other. You're quick on the uptake. I like that about you. God damn it, Amane! Has this woman already forgotten the words she literally just said? Or has she simply decided the rules don't apply to her? I was literally just about to say that. Rules for thee, not for me. That's her mindset. I'll see what I can do about that. Oh no, don't give her ideas! Smirking in a way more befitting a dirty old man than a young woman, Amane saunters back to the kitchen. All well and good that I got my classmates through her little crisis unscathed. That achievement seems to have come at a considerable price. Yeah, at least there wasn't anything more serious. It's pretty common to hear something or other described as a microcosm of society. In particular, school is a highly popular choice. It's practically a cliche that you can judge the health of a country by the condition of its classrooms. Declining academic performance, drug abuse, all the way up to violent juvenile crime. Yeah, the latter three actually have all been on the rise in this country that I live in. You can interpret pretty much any schoolyard problem as a reflection of societal decay if you want to. But even as someone who tends to look on such arguments with skepticism, it's clear to me that the malign influence of our national slide into depravity has begun to rear its ugly head in this isolated academy of ours. What makes you say that? Oh. What kind of twisted BDSM game did I just walk in on? What the hell? First thing in the morning, a completely random spanking show is unfolding before my eyes. One can only grieve for the future of our nation. I mean, in fairness, Yuji, Makina did ask for this yesterday. I just didn't think we'd see it front and center in the goddamn classroom, of all things. Like, I thought this would happen, you know, not here? God damn. Curious to see how the others are reacting to this shameful display. I'll look around the classroom to find... a grimacing observer. Her face all but saying, thought these two were getting into some weird territory lately. This is taking things to a whole new level of awkward. Meanwhile, Amane is just completely unfazed. A casual observer, humming to herself as she prepares for class, glances over briefly with an expression that reads, "Ah, so that's today's game." Strange to think that Michiru has the more normal reaction in this scenario, but she does. And Yumiko's trying not to think about it too much. And finally, an observer who feigns total disinterest even as she peeps past the book in front of her to take in every moment of the show. An intriguing, colorful range of variation. Perhaps one could interpret this as necessary stimulation to a stagnant group dynamic? Again, I feel like I have to emphasize, Makina actually asked for this yesterday. Well... Yep. Pushed forward by Michiru, I reluctantly initiate an intervention with the pair of girls on the teacher's platform. Sachi, mind explaining this? I feel like this is pretty self-evident, is it not? Like, maybe this is just me, but you seem to have missed the part where Makina actually asked for this yesterday. Yes, we can all see that. Yes, I can see that. I'm asking why you felt the need to do so. Yes, have you already forgotten? Thank you, Sachi. Sachi is like an elephant. She never forgets. Makina asked for this. You were in the room! You were literally in the room when this happened. Yes! Yes, she did! You were there! Ah. Right. When Sachi came to her senses in Amane's room. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you seem to have missed that part. God damn it, boy. And Sachi's not really capable of recognizing that as a joke. I had an ominous premonition the moment I heard that sentence, but you really did go through with it. In public, even. Yeah, because that's Sachi for you. Yes, yes you did. Maybe it felt that way to Sachi, but somehow I doubt Makina was taking it quite that seriously. Yeah, I picked up on that. A plot? Yeah, you know, You know, like we're playing some sort of BDSM game.
そう今のは同棲を始めて1年が経ったカップルがマンネリを感じてソフトハマるっていう設定だったのよさ。
Yeah, S&M works too.
ソフ
Yumi goes like, that's soft? Pipe down, peanut gallery. If you're interested, look it up on the internet in your own time.
しないわよ。
I love it. Fantastic. The denial of this unconvincing is a rare thing in its own right.
ねえねえ、さっきから昨日の夜とか約束って何かあったの？
Yeah, you weren't there for that. Take a while to explain it in full. But I'm sure a wise young woman like yourself would already have a rough idea of what occurred, correct?
え？
Ah!
ああ、そうね。そんなの
No, you don't.
私なんだから当然よ。
No, you don't.
扱いやす。さすがみちる様です。そう？私ってすごい？
Do we let her continue to think that?
はい、悪い意味で。
Oh, Sachi. The most cool, calm, and collected roaster on planet Earth. God damn.
悪い意味で？ってそれ褒められてる？私。
No.
すごいですから、良くも悪くも抜きん出ているという意味になると思います。そっか。
She's like, I get it. I don't get it.
まあ、嘘は言ってないわね。
Nope.
そうかしら。ふふふふふ。意識しなくてにじみ出る知性。さすが私。
We'll let you have that one.
確かに、みちるのこういうとこってすごいのかも。
It is. It is amazing in its own weird way.
そうかしら。
Well, to go back to the point, I can't say I approve of putting on an early morning spanking show in the classroom.
じゃあ、夜に電気消してなら問題ないのよ。
Your choice of lighting isn't the problem here.
第一、学校で堂々とやるようなことじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, I figured that part would be common sense, but we are at Mihama Academy here, so... Actually, depending on the scenario...
話がややこしくなるから、そういう解釈はなしの方向で。
Understood.
そういうわけで、今後はその遊び禁止。理解はしたけど、納得はしてない。恋する乙女のように複雑な心境なのよさ。
Kind of?
さっちゃんも、お尻ペンペンはこれでおしまいにしてね。はい、わかりました。
Yep, as Amane drags Makina by the scruff of her neck, Sachi heads obediently back to her seat, a satisfied expression on her face. Makina's clearly responsible for turning her spanking into some kind of public humiliation show, but I'm pretty sure Sachi was the one who brought up the topic in the first place. Yeah, you were there! Dutifully remembering a favor that otherwise might well have been forgotten, she proactively carried it out with genuine enthusiasm. On the abstract level, Sachi sounds like a model class representative, but when you consider the specific details, it's hard to shake the feeling that something stranger is lurking behind her behavior. Yeah, for sure. Might be worth seeing what the higher-ups have to say about this. After polishing off my simple lunch of homemade rice balls, I head to the principal's office. Having a productive day? Did your wagashi cake complement the tea? Ah, I see. Since she answered my valiant attempt at small talk with a smile, Shizuru seems to be reasonably receptive to my sudden visit.
それで用事は何？まさか嫌味を言いにここまで来たわけじゃないんでしょ？
Nah, just a question. Right. I've got a question for you as the principal of this academy, Shizuru.
何かしら？
I want to ask you something about our class representative. Komain Sachi, that is.
目的は分かったけれど、小峰さんっていうのはちょっと意外ね。
Yeah, it involves a certain session that we just saw in the classroom. Welcome back, Big Crunch. You missed the spanking session with Makina and Sachi. What's that supposed to mean? Whatever you say. Alright then. Well, let's find out. We had a bit of an incident yesterday. Sachi stayed in a hot bath long enough that she actually fainted. Yeah, you know, a grand bath that's almost like a sauna. And that was instigated by nothing more than an offhand comment from Makina about counting to 10,000 in the bath. You don't seem particularly surprised. Is this sort of behavior a recent development, or have you seen something of the sort before? Oh, I'm sure. Let's hear about some of them. And who gave her that idea? By dangling from the roof on a single rope. To wash the outer wall of the school building during our end-of-term cleanup. Come to think of it, I remember someone telling me about that one. Nothing serious came of that? Yeah, that's good, but I see. Despite all the strange ideas she gets in her head, it does seem that Sachi consistently listens to reason. That's a silver lining, to be sure. At the moment, I don't intend to do anything in particular. If anything, I suppose my short-term objective was just to confirm how much the principal of the school really knows about her pupils. Evidently not. I don't.
仕事で一度顔を合わせただけだった私があなたに連絡を取れたということがその証明にはならないかしら
True enough. Somehow or another, this woman I'm speaking with has been entrusted with control of Mihama Academy as an organization. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be thoroughly familiar with the quirks of the handful of students under her supervision. Yep, I've once again realized that you're a fine woman. Smoothly switching her crossed legs, Shizuru offers me a prototypical, composed older woman's smile. Oh? No. That won't be necessary. Thank you. True as that may be, I don't feel it particularly right to, go, about her private life like that. Probably true, but this isn't a job. I don't have any pressing need to know. And there aren't many people who go asking a teacher for information on a classmate, are there? What are you implying? Look, it still feels kind of awkward, but I'm making a conscious effort to talk about these things like a normal student. Try not to laugh.
そうね。ごめんなさい。でも、そうやって自分に言い聞かせていくのは悪いことじゃないと思うわよ。
I hope you're right about that. In between stretches of peace, I plunge into the extraordinary. In between periods where I devote my attention to my part-time job, I return to the ordinary. As that ratio has slowly shifted, I've developed a persistent nagging discomfort with myself. And there's a part of me that doesn't even want that to change. A part of me that's uneasy about getting too used to this.
もう一度言うけれど、この学園の生徒となったあなたに私から望むことはありません。あなたの好きなように思うままに学生生活を満喫してもらえれば満足よ。
Yeah, he doesn't really know what that means right now. If you actually mean that, you've got pretty eccentric taste in entertainment.
あなたも私くらいの年になればわかると思うけど、ある程度の地位とお金が手に入ると新しい息抜きを見つけるのも大変なのよ。
Yeah. Judging from the steadily increasing quantity of knickknacks in this office, I can certainly believe it.
そこまで増えてはいないと思うわよ。
Even as she speaks, the principal stealthily palms a few desk toys and drops them into a drawer. This instinctive sneakiness might have something to do with how she clawed her way up the ladder. Alright, I think it's about time I head back.
風見くんも休みの時間を有効に使ってね。
Perhaps. I've already eaten lunch, if that's what you're worried about.
休み時間に限ったことじゃなくて、本当に自由な時間の話。
Okay. What's that supposed to mean?
私だけじゃなく、息抜きは誰にでも必要ってことよ。
The principal winks suggestively as she speaks. Unfortunately, I don't quite follow. What does the woman want me to do? True enough. In that case, I'll kill some time trying to guess your age, Shizuru.
きっとあなたが思っているより若いよ。私
I retract any previous compliments I may have given you. When I return to the classroom, Sachi's eating her lunch by herself. For once, she's actually spread out a proper lunchbox. A rare sight indeed. From what I've seen, Sachi almost always goes for light, efficient meals. Yeah, sounds like me. I don't like to spend too much time prepping my food. Lunchbox today, huh?
はい、朝ごはんのおかずが少し余ってしまったので、無駄にならないようにと。
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. There you go. I see. For a leftovers lunch, it's a pretty decent spread. At a glance, she's got an omelet with Vienna sausages, mini tomatoes, and broccoli. Colorful and well-balanced assortment, to be sure. Doesn't exactly have the master housewife impression of an Amane meal, but it's fair to call it a nicely made lunch. Exactly. You did cook at Michiru's request the other day, come to think of it. Are you actually something of a chef?
いえ、あまねさんの腕前には遠く及びませんし、お手本を見ながらならなんとかというレベルです。
Yeah, I mean, most of cooking is just following a recipe, so as long as you can do that, you're fine. As if to demonstrate, Sachi pulls a cookbook out of her desk and flips open to a photograph of an omelet. It's strikingly similar to the one in her lunchbox. No need to be modest. Making it look exactly like the book is impressive in its own right.
ありがとうございます。楽器室にあるあまねさんが使ったフルートをこっそり吹いてしまった疑惑は晴れましたか？
What?
男子学生が先生と1対1で話をするときはそういう話をしているものなのでは？
No, we went there of our own accord. What is it with you, Sachi? Thoughts always run off in these very unique directions.
複雑な評価です。
In the first place, why would I be after Amane's spit? Yeah. Once the conversation comes to a pause, Sachi smoothly returns to her lunch, carrying food to her mouth with the regular rhythm of a workman on an assembly line. As I'm watching her oddly mechanical behavior, the principal's words flit across my mind. Hey, Sachi. First of all, you can chew and swallow what you've got in your mouth before you try to talk. That would probably be a good idea. With a small nod, Sachi wholeheartedly devotes her attention to mastication for a few moments. Always. Yeah, I was wondering if you have some sort of regular method of letting off steam. You know, managing your stress. Aww. Why not? Really? Oh. It's honestly pretty hard to swallow, but judging from Sachi's expression, I don't think she's outright lying to me. They do say that in America, where they don't really have the concept of stiff shoulders, nobody complains of the symptoms. Maybe this is a similar case? So, what? Does Michiru have some sort of daily stress relief method? Where are you going with this? No, you told her to be quiet. Took you a minute. Yes, really. Yeah, that sounds like how Michiru would de-stress, just defacing something. Oh. Aww. Sandbag? I don't think you looked into Michiru's words carefully enough. Come on. It's pretty obvious she's gonna sleep with the damn thing, okay? Come on. The hell's wrong with that bottle blonde? No, that won't be necessary. Thank you.
そうですか。
Although it's a little sad to say this myself, dropping a fancy stuffed animal in the middle of that dreary room of mine would be painfully awkward. And the idea of having a matching set of anything with Nichijou is somehow even less appealing. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Anyway, something came to mind when I was listening to all this. If you really don't relax, what do you do with your free time?
私は基本的に空いた時間というものを作らないようにしています。
Ooh. In other words, you're like a shark, always moving, even when at
い
rest.
え、休息するときは普通にベッドで休みますし、口で説明するよりは実際に見てもらった方がわかりやすいと思います。
Probably so.
風見さんさえよろしければ今日にでもお見せできますけど。
So what? You telling me to follow you around from morning to night?
それか授業が終わってから就寝するまでの時間でしょうか。
Huh. From what I understand, Sachi's proposal isn't problematic in terms of the school's rules, but yeah, it's you know, the prompt where it's this kind of situation where it's like legally, yeah, maybe you can do this, but morally and ethically, it's very questionable. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little hesitant to peep into her private life out of mere curiosity.
私は気にしませんよ。
You might not, but other people might. Okay? Okay. Read my mind, huh? Alright, how about after class ends tomorrow?
はい、それでは私も明日は体をきれいにしてお待ちしていますね。
This isn't gonna end well, is it? What are you preparing for exactly? Excuse me. After school tomorrow, huh? Things have taken a somewhat strange turn, as they often do when we're talking about Sachi. But I can't deny I've gotten slightly curious about Sachi's way of life. Should be an interesting experience, if nothing else. Oh. A distinctive droning sound strikingly out of place in this quiet coastal town. Guess I've got a visitor. As expected, when I head out of the school gate, a genuine blonde emerges from the interior of her prancing horse.
Hi, Yuji. 調子はどう?
Not bad as of 3 minutes ago. Unfortunately, my mood just took a nosedive.
何よ。海外しく会いに来た女に対して最初に言うセリフがそれ?
If I was really dealing with a woman, maybe I'd be a little more careful with my words. But I was taught to be frank and to the point with my superiors.
相変わらず冗談が通じないわね。
He's just telling you how it is. It's your fault for putting on that ridiculous marble-mouthed airhead act in the first place.
まあ、あなたがこういう女が苦手だってことは知ってるけどね。
Yeah, and that's why you do it. Which makes the way you always pretend to be one downright sadistic. So, what's with the sudden visit? Some urgent business come up?
いいえ。今日は風見雄二の保護者として、ちょっと経過観察にね。
What, work not keeping you busy these days?
言ってみれば、これも仕事のうちよ。
Touché. Fine, we'll leave it at that.
それで、何か困っていることはない？設備やお金、それからクラスメートの女の子には相談できないようなこととか。
The hell? What if I tell you I can't control my libido anymore? You gonna take care of that for me?
そういう気持ちが起こらなくなるくらい仕事を振らせてもらうわ。
Alright, Norin, you have yourself a good one. Sorry, my bad.
そうそう。お姉さんの質問には最初から真面目に答えておくものよ。
I'll see what I can do. I think after we're done with this in-game day, we're going to call the episode here. I know it was a little shorter than previous, but I did start late tonight. That's my fault. Seriously, I've got exactly no problems worth mentioning. This place is almost comically well equipped, and my allowance is more than enough for my everyday needs. Satisfied now? Exactly! We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, that's right. What's anything else supposed to mean? Sorry, but what do you care? For all these years, JB probably knows me better than anyone else alive. I don't think she'd ask me this question for no reason whatsoever. Alright then, let me ask your opinion on something. What would you think about someone who's never refused anyone's orders, even once, or turned down a request for that matter? No, we're talking about a classmate. No. No, we are not. I'm asking for your thoughts as my superior on this one. JB slowly brings her hand to her chin. In the next instant, her eyes grow sharp and serious. It's a familiar sight. I guess it's what you could call her business face. When JB switches into work mode, she has a habit of putting on that expression like a suit of armor. Classically trained? Maybe. Thought as much. There's more. The person in question doesn't seem to experience any stress in their daily life. I'm with you there. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta go somewhere. You know, you can ignore it, but, you know, it's still there. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So what happens when that builds up without the person in question even noticing it? I guess you could say I'm slightly concerned. With that non-committal response as a line of, demarcation, JB relaxes her face and lets the tension drain out of her body. Yeah, I guess you could say that. When I get a nagging sense of concern like this, it's almost never just me overthinking things. I've got good instincts, if nothing else. That was the reason I confirmed my impressions with Shizuru as well. If I'm not wrong about this, then... What is? I just tried to give you what you wanted to hear. If that was supposed to be an imitation of me, I'd recommend giving up on your dream of becoming a comedian after retirement. There we go, now everything's back to normal. Are you surprised? Can't deny that. If you say so. Do me a favor and give a little advanced warning next time. Bad for my heart to have beautiful women popping up out of nowhere. Oh, excuse me. Smirking, JB slides her sunglasses back into place. With smooth, practiced movements of her hands, she steers the prancing horse away from the school, and in the blink of an eye, it's disappeared into the distance. That engine never gets any less obnoxious. Yeah, unless I'm hearing that kind of engine during a race, I don't want to hear it. Out of consideration for our neighbors, maybe I should stuff some potatoes in the muffler next time I have the chance. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, Yuji. In any case, JB has a point. If I was still the same person who had impassively devoted himself to the job, I wouldn't have developed this kind of an interest in Sachi's personal life. Quite the opposite, really. I'd be keeping potential trouble at arm's length. Of course, in this case, my dorm mate's problems might have repercussions for me, but there's definitely a part of this that can't be explained by simple self-interest. Apparently, this change in my thinking is dramatic enough to take even JB by surprise. Yeah, that's noteworthy. I guess in that sense. The first problem is that I can't even tell why I'm changing. Yeah, it's the environment around you. Alright. Yes it is, Yuji. I think that is where we are going to leave things off for today. Next time, we will come back to some 24-hour maid surveillance. That'll be very interesting. So yeah, first impressions of Sachi's route so far? I guess I am waiting to see for what happens next. Because, yeah, we haven't really gotten to, quote-unquote, the good parts yet, I'd say. But yeah, it's been just as good as the rest of the game. Particularly the writing. The writing of this game has been absolutely fantastic through and through up to this point. I'm curious to see what this shadowing Sachi for a day is going to get us. Because we've tried tactics like this before, I think, but it never got us anywhere. But yeah, I'll be curious to see where this gets us. And how things will continue to progress, I guess. And how long this will end up being. Because yeah, once the credits roll on Sachi's route, I'll be able to move this to its own series and progress to the next game in the Thursday Request series. I'm still gonna do the rest of the routes for Fruit of Grisaia, obviously. I plan to tackle all of them. But with this being part of the Thursday Request series, eventually we gotta pick something new. And usually my cutoff point is, once the credits roll, we go play something else for the Thursday Request series. So yeah, what game is next? I usually wait to post options for that until after the credits roll on whatever game I'm playing. So I haven't decided yet. We have a myriad of options, though. If you haven't seen my request list, like my request list is ridiculous, and it hasn't been updated to include some of the most recent entries. Like, there's a long list of stuff here. Just to name a few games that are on here: Deer Drops, Hi-Fi Rush, Spin Rhythm, Dead Cells, Starfield, Fallout 4, Killer Frequency, Deathmark, Rain World, Pizza Tower, Doom 2016, Plants vs. Zombies, Long Gone Days, Terraria, Doom Eternal. There's a lot of stuff on here. It can be any variety of things. So, trust me, I have no shortage of options to pick from. I feel like I'm never going to get to all of these, but can only do my best. Yeah, that's a fraction of all the requests that I've gotten over the years. So, trust me, I have no shortage of options. It's just, at this point, I know there's just no way I can ever get to all of them. But, I'm going to continue to grab from the list, and have you guys decide, which ones are the most interesting to you. Because that's how I do the request series. You know, we just pick 4, you know, put it up to a vote in the server, and whichever one wins is the one that ends up on the channel. I just know at this point I'm never going to get to all of them. It's just too much at this point. It is just too much. But yeah, it's, you know, fun seeing what different kinds of games people want me to play. And I like trying out some different stuff that, you know, I otherwise wouldn't play. But yeah, I'm kind of just rambling at this point. So yeah. If you're not part of the Discord server, that's what we have the QR code for on screen. I guess will be my parting note. But yeah, that's all for Fruits until next time. And to answer your question before I sign off for the night, Fatal 12 is not on there. That's what we have the requests channel in the Discord server for. That's where all of those requests stem from. At least the ones that were there, you know, were sent in after the requests channel was made. Because there were some from before I had a Discord server. So yeah. That being said, I'm gonna get off so I can get myself something to eat and go to bed. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, what was that voice crack? So yeah, until then, take care.